Okay, before we go on and talk about the rest of the diagram, I want to talk about skin color with you for a minute. And I know it's really hard to see, but bear with me. I'm down here in the bottom corner. So skin color is, can you see this? I don't know if you can see this. There we go. Ooh, it's like super slow. Alright, so skin color is affected by these three things. Melanin, keratin, and hemoglobin. Okay? Three things that determine what your skin color looks like. Alright? So, with that being said, melanin has two pigments. Okay? Pheomelanin. Okay? And euomelanin. Okay? Pheomelanin is the red to yellow color, and euomelanin is the dark brown to black. I hope y'all can see that in this my little thing I've made for you here. Okay? Keratin, on the other hand, down here at the bottom, keratin gives you the range of yellow to orange. Okay? Yellow to orange. Alright, and then that last one, hemoglobin, that gives you like the pink color. People that have a more pink tone. And hemoglobin is what? Does anybody know? Red blood cells. Okay? Red blood cells. So basically, whenever you get in the sun or you take some medications, whatever, that melanin is what makes you get tan. I think that answers that question. Obviously, number 4 there, excessive sunbathing, what does that cause? Cancer, skin cancer. If you don't use protection. And factors that produce yeah, don't worry about what factors. Don't worry about the number 3 here. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to talk about the appendages. First we'll start off with the hair. The hair, you have the root shaft, the outer layer, the cortex, the inner medulla, the hair follicle, and the muscle. So, looking at our diagram, we have the hair shaft. Here is the actual hair, the medulla, the cortex, the hair follicle. Contains the dermal root, external epithelial root sheath. You don't have to go this depth in it. Just know that the follicle is the bottom part, the hair, and the root is inside there. We also have our adipose, or our fat, and then our blood vessels down here. So going back to our thing here. Obviously, number 1 is actually a pore. Number 1 here is a pore. Number 2 is our hair. Wait a second. I said that wrong. The hair shaft. Number 3 is going to be our, number 4 is actually the hair follicle. I can't really see what hair number 3 is. Hold on, let me blow this up. Woo. I'm not really sure. I'll have to check the notes to see what number 3 is on this particular diagram. I think that's the sebaceous gland. It should be the sebaceous gland. S-E-B-A-C-E-O-U-S. We haven't talked about the glands yet, but that's what that should be. And then, number 5 here, you have your blood vessels. Okay, so let's go ahead and go on. Ooh, sorry. fix that back to normal there. Let's go on back to our PowerPoint and finish talking about the rest of it. That way we can get 5, 6, and 7. We're going to bypass this real quick and go ahead and talk about sweat glands, also called sudoriferous glands. That's what our perspiration comes from there, 99% of it. It's removed through these glands. Small quantities of salt and other organic materials come through those as well. They are distributed over the entire surface of your skin. They're present in large numbers under like your armpits, palms of your hands, soles of your feet, your forehead. They are tubular with coiled base. So we see that in our diagram here. Let's go back. I think it's in this one. Come on. Nope. Let me go back up here to the other one. Come on, computer. Okay, so here is the coil, and there's the tube. Okay, coil, tube. Perspiration is, and then it's comes out through the pore. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, sorry. All right. So our sweat gland again. I think I said sebaceous gland. I meant sweat gland is the coil, and then it comes up through the tube and out through the pore. Now we have one more gland that we're going to talk about, and I apologize, I keep flip-flopping back and forth here. Let me get back down to it. And that is your actual sebaceous gland. Alright, so the sebaceous gland is protected by a thick, oily substance known as sebum. It's secreted by the sebaceous gland, and sebum contains like amino acids, lactic acids, lipids, salt, urea. Sebum lubricates the skin, keeping it soft and pliable. So those of you that feel like you have drier skin, that could be why. So the intact skin surface is the best way for the body to defend itself against pathogens, obviously, and water loss. So if the skin is especially dry, lotions or creams, they tell you to use that to prevent cracking. Most of the skin surface is not a favorable place for microbial growth because it is too dry. So microbes live only on moist skin areas where they adhere to and grow, like on surfaces of the dead skin cells that compose the outer epidermal layer. The skin bacteria are associated with like hair follicles and sweat glands, where nutrients are present and moisture content is high. Underarm perspiration, odor, so BO, is actually caused by a bacterium on your skin. And obviously, what's another, quickly thinking right now in your head, what's another known bacterium that we see, especially in people your age? Pimples. Yeah. All that stuff is caused from bacteria. Alright, so we have talked about sebaceous glands, all that stuff. Let's look at our nail real quick. Alright, so the nails are hard structures at the end of your fingers and your toes. They are slightly convex in upper surfaces and concave in the lower surfaces, so that means that's the way it bends. Convex and concave. I think y'all should remember that from algebra. Convex lines, concave lines. The nail is formed in a bed or a matrix. Here's where all the epidermal cells first appear and elongate. Then they fuse together to form hard, keratinized plates. Air mixed with the keratin matrix forms the white crescent. So, if you look at your fingers, some of you may have that white crescent right here at the cuticle line. That's what that's talking about. As long as the nail bed remains intact, a nail will always be formed. Healthy nails are pink in color and grow 1 millimeter a week. Fingernails grow faster than toenails. And then as we age, nails grow more slowly. It's an interesting fact for you. So let's take a look at this diagram here. There's that white crescent shape, nail body, the cuticle line right there at the finger, edge of the nail, obviously, and then your finger bones on the inside. Alright, so let's just take a quick look and make sure that we've talked about all that. Close that out. Now my computer's going to act like a fool. Great. We've covered all of skin 1, skin 3, wire sensory neurons important, we talked about that. Wire blood vessels important in the skin, we talked about that. Goosebumps. We have not talked about goosebumps. Does everybody know what goosebumps are? I hope so. It's when you get cold, your hairs rise up on your arms and you get those little bumps. That is just another way for your skin to help create I'm sorry, to help regulate body temperature. I'm sorry, my brain's gone right now. I was looking for a word and it wasn't there. To help regulate body temperature. So whenever you get goosebumps, what do you remember happens to your body? You kind of start to shake just a little bit. Maybe your teeth chatter. That's generating energy within your body and generating heat in your body. Rellal sweat glands, we talked about that. What is the purpose of the fat cells found below the dermis? What do you think the purpose of the fat cells located beneath the dermis is? Cushion, protection. Those would all be good things. Other than that, we really don't want to have fat there. Right, that's right, Connor. We don't want to have fat. The glands of the skin. Let's open this document up. Make sure. Why isn't it opening? Alright, I'm pretty sure we've covered everything in the nails and hair, and then also the glands of the skin. So what I need you to do now is you guys are going to do a couple of little research things. You are going to refer to the assignment about disorders of the hair, skin, and nails. You're also going to just follow the instructions that I have on Blackboard, everything that follows underneath this PowerPoint, okay?